Once upon a time, in a bright and magical forest, there lived a little bunny named Bunny. Bunny was small and fluffy, with the softest white fur, big round eyes, and a tiny twitching nose. Every morning, Bunny hopped along the winding forest paths, greeting the flowers, butterflies, and all the forest animals. The sun shone warmly through the trees, and the birds sang cheerful songs as Bunny skipped happily through the forest. "Good morning, Squeaky," Bunny called to the little squirrel gathering acorns. "Good morning, Bunny," squeaked Squeaky, waving a tiny paw. "Is Chirpy awake yet?" Bunny asked, looking up at the treetops. Everything seemed peaceful and perfect until Bunny heard a strange sound. It wasn't the usual rustle of leaves or the cheerful chirping of birds. No, it was a loud, rushing noise, like water spilling over rocks faster than usual. Curious, Bunny hopped toward the sound and soon discovered the problem. A huge tree had fallen across the river, stopping the water from flowing. "Oh no," cried Prickles the hedgehog. "The river is blocked. How will the fish swim? How will the flowers get water?" "We have to do something," said Chirpy the bird, flapping her wings nervously. Bunny's ears twitched, and a determined look appeared on the little face. "Don't worry, friends," Bunny said. "I will help." Even though Bunny was small, the heart was full of courage. Bunny looked at the fallen tree. It was huge, taller than any animal there, and much heavier than Bunny could imagine moving alone. But Bunny didn't give up. "We need a plan," said Bunny. Bunny turned to the friends. "Squeaky, you can push small branches. Chirpy, you can lift leaves and warn the fish if anything falls. Prickles, you can roll the stones out of the way. Together, we can save the river." The friends nodded eagerly. "Let's do it," they said. Bunny smiled, feeling proud and excited. They began gathering small sticks, twigs, and stones to help. Bunny found a fallen vine and used it to tie a branch to the other side of the tree, making it easier to lift. Squeaky climbed the trees, Chirpy hovered in the air, and Prickles rolled stones carefully out of the way. Everyone worked together, using their unique abilities to make the job easier. Finally, it was time to move the big tree. Bunny pushed with all the might, muscles trembling, but the tree barely moved. Squeaky and Prickles pushed from the other side, and Chirpy encouraged them from above. "We can do it. 1, 2, 3, push." Bunny shouted. Slowly, inch by inch, the tree started to move. Water began trickling through the small gaps, splashing over the rocks. The friends cheered, but Bunny knew the hardest part was not over yet. Suddenly, a large branch wobbled dangerously, threatening to fall on the friends. "Watch out," Bunny shouted, jumping to steady Squeaky and Prickles. Chirpy flapped her wings frantically, warning everyone below. Bunny thought quickly and used a fallen log as a lever to balance the branch. Carefully, they moved it aside, and finally, the river flowed freely. "Hooray!" cheered the animals. "We did it!" Bunny's heart swelled with pride. Their teamwork had saved the day. The forest seemed happier than ever. Flowers drank the fresh water, butterflies danced in the sunlight, and the birds sang louder than before. The animals celebrated, hugging Bunny and each other. "Thank you, Bunny," said Chirpy. "You are so brave." Bunny twitched the nose and smiled. "Even the smallest friend can make a big difference," Bunny said proudly. After the celebration, Bunny hopped along the forest paths, exploring new corners. A tiny path led to a hidden glade full of colorful mushrooms, sparkling flowers, and a small waterfall. Bunny's eyes widened with wonder. "Wow, look at this place," Bunny exclaimed. Squeaky, Chirpy, and Prickles followed, giggling and marveling at the magical glade. Bunny knew there would be many more adventures and that courage and friendship would always guide them. As the sun began to set, casting golden light across the forest, Bunny and friends sat on a small hill looking at the river. "Today we learned that even if we are small, we can do big things," Bunny whispered. The friends nodded, enjoying the peaceful moment, knowing that together they could overcome any challenge. The forest glowed with happiness, friendship, and the magic of teamwork. Bunny's adventure had just begun, and many more awaited in the magical forest. If you want to join Bunny and friends on their next exciting adventure, don't forget to subscribe, like, and follow. See you next time for another fun story in the magical forest.